For those that have been asking for back to sender, a very strong and good back to sender that you can do. Whatsoever anybody is doing against you spiritually is going to return back to sender. Now, this is what you're going to do for a very back to sender spiritual work. What you're going to do, you get scorpion. You get scorpion, a dry scorpion. Okay, if you go to where they say other items, ask them that you want to buy a dry scorpion. They will give you a dry scorpion. When you get a dry scorpion, you get a bobo. If you have been following me or if you are new to my channel, please, I want you to always pay attention to all these items that is being used for spiritual work. When you get a bobo, you get the bobo and the dry scorpion. You pound it together. After pounding it together smoothly, you get your local black soap. You mix the bobo and the scorpion that you have grind together. You mix it with the black soap. After mixing up with the black soap, the next thing you're going to do, you keep the soap in a container. Okay, when you keep the soap in a container, when it is night, whenever you want to use this very spiritual, you can be using it 2 times or 3 times in a week. Okay, when it is night, when you want to use any day you want to use this spiritual work, it has to be in the night. You get red palm oil. You use red palm oil to rub all over your body. When you use red palm oil to rub all over your body, say your prayers. After saying your prayers, get a local sponge. Put some part of the soap in a local sponge. Go and take your bath with it. Wash your body with it. After washing your body with it, after taking your bath with the very soap, don't go out anymore. Okay, you don't have to go outside your compound anymore. Okay, so it has to be the last thing you are going to do in the night before you go to bed. Immediately you planning on going to bed, it has to be the last thing. Remember, it's going to be a dry scorpion. Okay, when you go to where they say spiritual items, ask them you want to buy a dry scorpion. They are going to give you a dry scorpion. They do have it. Then you get original ikpo. Pound these very 2 items together, mix it with your black soap or your Ghana soap. Please, on these very spiritual items, don't go and use Joy soap. Okay, it has to be a black soap or the native Ghana soap. That's what you are going to use for this very spiritual work. You pound the ekbo and the dry scorpion together and mix it with your soap properly. When you mix it with your soap properly, keep it in a container. You can be using it 2 times or 3 times in a week, but it's not something you can use every day, especially the period when you are experiencing some bad dreams. You feel like you're having an attack. Okay, that time is when they are going to be using it more, but you have to be using it at night, not during the day or in the morning. It has to be in the night that you're going to be using this very spiritual work. Carry this out and you're going to see wonders. You're going to come back to testify. I'm going to be teaching more of back to sender and also open doors work this very period. Okay, I know a lot of people have been messaging me for back to sender and open doors, so I'll be teaching more of it. Stay tuned and you're going to see more of my video.